I've been online dating for almost 20 years. And it's online dating that I met my current boyfriend. By the time I met him, I actually had to review 15,000 profiles. As online dating is becoming the most common way to meet a partner, there is a high chance that either you or your friends are currently online dating or will soon. I'm here to help you avoiding having to go through 15,000 profiles before you find the right one. I'm going to share with you a proven method that is going to allow you to create a profile that is going to act like a magnet to the best possible matches out there. Thanks. But let's get started. Who never was on online dating? Okay, quite a bit. All right, so I need to tell you that among the vast majority of profiles, there are some profiles that will make you think that some people do come from slightly different planets. Remember the video before? You might face cat lovers that think that more is more. Or little mermaids playing in the water. You might find that actually posing with a tiger is pretty fundamental. Maybe they are trying to tame the tiger. If you don't have a tiger, you just make it happen. No excuses allowed, okay? And then you might find that sometimes you aren't speaking the same language than other users. Out of those absurd moments, I created a blog. And this blog is called Where the F is Romeo. As I was putting together this blog, I found myself really interested actually into online dating from the societal point of view. I read articles, watched documentaries, I even consulted a psychologist to really understand the deep dynamic of online dating. What I also did was to go on forum, reading about it, reading about people and their experiences. And what I found was that there were hundreds of people really disappointed with the online dating experience. There were people that never got an answer to any of their messages. People who went to memorable dates, but which were memorable for the wrong reason. And then simply people that never found what they were looking for online. I started interacting with them and trying to understand what was behind that. Why them and not other people? And what I found were two things. First of all, their profiles were always generic. Yeah, you read one, you read them all. And for those who don't have experience on online dating, I put some examples. So, 185 speak Italian, English, and French, love sports, going out, drinks, easygoing, and addicted to happiness. Okay, you want more? Love outdoors. Travel food, culture geek. Okay. Love to eat good food. I mean, to be frank, apart from the height and the language spoken, who doesn't recognize him or herself in those descriptions? I mean, I know I do, and I think pretty much everybody do. So with generic profiles, it's just very hard to meet a special person. So that was my first learning. The second learning was that part of the frustration was originated by a confusion. You see, people were trying to associate online dating to a social environment they already knew, a bar or a party. But the truth is that there is no such a bar with endless possible partners out there. However, while online dating is very different from a social environment we know, it is actually pretty close to a situation that we encounter pretty often. And this is where we try to buy electronics, detergent, and hygienic paper. Okay? So we are trying to close a deal, so make a purchase. There are homogeneous products, and competition is very high. And actually, this is what's happening online dating. Here the deal is try to go on a date among homogeneous profiles in a highly competitive environment. As per detergent, with online dating, we have to find a solution to attract the user attention and close the deal. And you know very well what it is? Marketing. Marketing, indeed, is what helps differentiating products. It's what drives people choosing one product instead of another. By applying marketing principles to online dating, we are going to have a profile that is going to attract people and attract the best matches among those people. But enough of the theory. I know you want to get started with concrete stuff. So let's get started. Let's imagine that you are a man on an online platform trying to meet a female partner. Okay? As for every marketing idea, it always starts with one thing, and that's the brief. The brief here is create a profile leading to a great encounter. To deliver on the brief, most of you know very well, we need to look at the target group. What's the target group definition, the needs, and her barriers to trial? What are the points of parity? And of course, the points of difference. Let's start with the target group. Most men online think that their target group is a woman, let's say 30, 35 years old, single, who wants to go on a date. But which woman, single, 30, 35, doesn't want to go on a date? So, of course, we need to dig deeper, yeah? To save some time, I decided that our target group is a woman that has a sense of humor, who is generous, she has a successful career, she likes mountain sport, and then watching fantasy and comedy TV show. Now let's have a look at her needs. Her again, she doesn't only want to go on a date. It's not that easy, unfortunately for men. So, her needs. I decided that she's looking for a 30, 40-year-old man, who is funny, of course, who is going to support her and her career, a companion both at home, watching TV and doing sport in the mountains, and a person she could project herself into starting a family with. Now, barrier to trial. Many men ignore that some women are online dating platforms, but still are reticent to meet them. But you have me, so now you know. You can run a consumer research, right? Talk with your friends that are part of the target group or similar to the target group. What are the reasons they wouldn't meet a person online and then offline? And very often, the word that is going to pop up is weird. What do I mean by weird? There are two fears. The first one is that it is going to feel weird to go on a date with a stranger. Oh, sorry. Second, there is the fear of meeting a weird guy. And it's a real fear. It's very important we remember this when we are going to define our profile, because we need to overcome this barrier. We need to reassure women, our target group, that we are not weird. Point of parity. The point of parity are the rules we need to follow for us to have a chance of success online. Like before, you can run a consumer research, you can read from the experts, and I have here 3 resources. Naturally, my blog. You are going to learn what not to do. Don't do what's on the blog, please. Then you can read about the ABC Tinder experiment, and then you can read about Tinderax. What you're going to learn is that the point of parity online is the profile picture. To have a chance of success, it needs to be high quality. You need to look good or at least well-groomed. The first pic needs to be alone, and then the other pictures need to show your hobbies. If you have a dog or can get a dog, you throw it in the profile. Because it's really going to increase the chance of open of your messages. Now, I want to, get you, ahead of the rest of the online dating people. So I'm going to share with you my personal rules, okay? Those are real cases, huh? Those are real pictures. If you recognize yourself in one of the pictures, I am sorry. And then I hope that at the end of the presentation, you will know what to do to fix it, okay? Okay, first rule, you need to show your face. You would be surprised by the number of people not showing their face. Your target group might love cucumber, but you don't have to put it on your face. Another rule is don't overdo it, okay? You need to cut the clutter, but in the right way. Yes. I know. Yes. When I look at this one, I always think about Batman. Yes. But you think, no, but these are exceptions. Okay. Okay. Another very important rule, which is often ignored, is avoid toilets, okay? Yes. No. Toilets, no. Toilets, no. Not sexy, yeah? And don't hurt animals, okay? Please. Very well. Back to the brief. What we need to do now is to look at the point of difference. Yeah? This is what is going to really make your profile irresistible to the best matches in the target group. Yeah? So that's why it's very important. So the question we need to answer is, what makes you unique? And there are actually hundreds of things that makes you unique. From the fact that you like spicy tartare in Paris, or that you went to Patagonia last summer, or the fact that you need the double espresso with cinnamon in the morning to wake up, even if it is weird. This is your thing. You really need to spend time thinking about what makes you unique. This is the thing that is going to make the difference in terms of your matches. I've decided that as part of the exercise, what makes you unique are two things. One, you cook Italian food and you believe you are the best in town. And second, you are the fastest skier of Switzerland. I decided. Okay, so are you ready to look at the profile? Yeah. Okay. All right, meet Alex. Let's focus on the picture first. Yes, very good picture. It's very nice lighting. It's high resolution. He's alone, and most importantly, he's not in a toilet. Now let's look at the description. Worldwide champion of cooking lasagna while tumbling down a ski slope. I love recovering with marathons of The Walking Dead or Silicon Valley TV show. The rest of the time, I work in a law firm, spend time with my nephews and Peppa Pig, and walk my dog, Joy. He is ticking all boxes, right? He is funny, he's reassuring, he really looks like a normal guy, so he is overcoming those barriers to trial we were talking about. When we look at the other picture, he's also overcoming the barriers, yeah? He looks normal, and he has a dog. Okay. I know some girls are already checking online. Alex doesn't exist. Okay, I know, I love him too. I created it so that you can see how marketing principle can be used on online dating. Now, before you, and especially the people who recognize themselves in the picture before, try to change your profile, I want to leave you just with one thought. Online dating is raising, and it's here to stay. I really believe that with marketing principle, you can make it a fulfilling experience. with a bit of luck, you could even find love. And for this reason, I thought it was an idea worth spreading. Thank you.